Welcome to this first episode of my new raw vlog series. Behind me here is the Stockholm archipelago. Yes, I live in Sweden, in Stockholm, although my mission is to become a personal estate agent in Islington in London. It's a wonderful place, I love it there. The streets, the tranquility with the trees and the terraced houses.
I know what you're thinking. Is Jacob really gonna do this? Yeah, absolutely.
This new vlog will show you what I'm doing behind the curtains. I want to make a series, a YouTube series, a LinkedIn series, where we're gonna talk brand building. And look, I'm not a guru. I'm just here to show you what I'm experimenting with.
This is everything from Canva templates that utilize the Canva tools that allow you to effectively publish and showcase property statistics as well as other data, to create interactive listing brochures that gathers statistics, to creating an AI agent-powered property information questionnaire, to building a map such as Islington Uncovered for prospecting.
And this is gonna be as raw as it possibly can. It's gonna be one takes. It's gonna be quick, easy, a good series. Oh, bird. And it's icy cold today in Sweden. So here it is. This is Islington Uncovered. And it's my prospecting map that I have made myself using Google My Maps.
Not Google Maps, not Google Earth, not Google blah. It's Google My Maps. And it's a free tool that you can use today.
Here I'm tracking properties across Islington, complete with photos of the listing, as well as property details. This is the embedded map on my website, and this is the interface for Google My Maps where I add properties. Here it looks a bit different. Every property appears as a pin like this. All pins are divided into layers. The for sale layer, the price reduced and opportunity layer, the sold subject to contract layer, the completed sales layer further down here, as well as the withdrawn listings. Then we have additional layers. We have the points of interest layer. This has all the bus routes as well as restaurants, cafes, libraries, schools, kindergartens, gardens, parks, tube stations, other railway stations such as the overground. Then I have conservation areas, so all conservation areas in Islington. Then I have another layer. I call it Historic Islington, but really it is just areas for prospecting. So for instance, here we have a Monday, A1 Monday, and that means that I would walk this area and door knock and hand out letters.
It should be fun and exciting to do prospecting, especially if you're gonna do it every single day. And every day I receive new properties through Rightmove alerts.
So here for instance we have a 4-bedroom terraced house in the Beloved Islington, it's this one. So what I do is that I use PatMap, the extension, to get the postcode. With the postcode I can locate the property in Google Maps. So here I've added the property. Number 13, the Beloved Islington. It's on the market for £2,990,000. It's this postcode. I add the listing dates. And property type, bedrooms, bathrooms, property info, size square feet, freehold, condition, listing agent, and Rightmove link. Always adding those to give credit.
So I just keep adding them to the map. Houses and maisonettes, now over 650 of them, that are directly approachable for door knocking, letter delivery, and just having a nice conversation.
The photos are, I think, one of the best features of this map. As some properties, when they are completed, they are usually withdrawn from Rightmove. So you would find that the property is gone, no photos. But here on my map, the photos are retained. They will stay here forever. So, all these properties you can download as a CSV file that you can very easily import to a Google Sheets. These are properties of withdrawn listings across Islington. Here I've created a table with filters. So we can filter here So here we have a nice list of comparable properties. We didn't make too big of analysis, but 5 is a good number. Here we have the average price for these properties. If we want, we can also take the average square footage of these properties. Let's say that we gather all these 5 properties in the analysis layer. And I do that before I meet my client. That means that I will have one layer and we're gonna see the map with just 5 pins of these properties. This is how you create your own Google My Maps. You go to Google Drive and you click to add a Google My Maps. That will give you a map, blank map. I have prepared some here to the left. I have prepared a properties layer. So we're gonna add a pin to the properties layer right here. We're gonna say address. And why I'm doing that is because here in the data table of this layer, you have that address is actually going to be the address of the property. Then we have postcode, property type, tenure, asking price. You can add as many columns as you want. On the properties layer, 34 Barnesbury Street. Here we have number 34 Barnesbury Street. We're going to add it to the map, to the properties layer. Here we can very easily view it in Google Maps. So we can see what this property looks like. Okay, great. We're going to start adding some data here. Postcode N1. You go to the photo on the listing and you insert the image URL. And there you go. Property type, terraced, tenure, freehold, asking price, £2 million. Boom, there we go. Now we have a listing here on the properties layer.
The ability to bring up my phone when walking the streets of Islington and seeing that, okay, I'm going to number 12. It looks like this because I have the photo in my phone here on the pin. And then I'm going to number 20 and it was withdrawn last year. And then around the corner to number 7. It's a nice overview and it saves the person doing it, I believe, a lot of brain power, a lot of energy and time figuring out where to go next, what that property looked like.
Now we're gonna make a new layer. Click Add Layer. We're gonna give it a name, Analysis Layer. This is now an empty layer. To structure this layer, you go into the data table. The name is the title. This is the title that appear up here. So in order for us to change that, we need to add a new column called address. It's text column. Then we set it as title column. Now we can delete name column and description column. And we can start arranging what we need more. We need postcode. We need to add tenure, etc, etc, etc. What we can do is that, let's say that number 34 here is a comparable property. Then we can drag it all the way down to the analysis layer. Now we have 2 properties here. These are our comparables. These are the only properties that we need to look at with our clients. 2 of them in the whole of Islington, okay? Then we have a layer called conservation areas, okay? In here I have created a conservation area called Islington area. You can see how big it is, etc. The way to do that is to add a line or a shape. So you add a line or a shape, you click on a map and select which area you want to work in. So this can actually be a prospecting area. Prospecting A. This is the area you're going to go to on Mondays to prospect, which means to door knock properties that are located within that area.
Prospecting is vital, all right? We know that. And for me, lists can quite easily get overwhelming. It's hard to get an overview of stuff, okay? So for me, a map works so much better.
You can also give your map a title and a description. Let's say that this is a layer for our sold properties. So sold, okay? What we can do is we can import. And here you can import a CSV file of the properties that you sold. Then you can only have this layer. You don't need more layers. You can only have that one. Then you embed your entire map on your website so that the only pins that show up here will be the properties that you sold. Knockout. Complete knockout.
I love a map. I'm a mapper, and the ability to take up my phone and look at a map of all the low-hanging fruit properties, even when I'm just passing by, and see that on this very street there are 2 properties that I can door knock right away. That is something powerful when it comes to prospecting. And it saves you time, saves you brain energy. You can also change the base map. So you can change to a map that you like. This is Islington Uncovered. This is made using Google My Maps. So stay tuned for the next episode. You know what? It feels good to be back on camera.